Good morning all of you. Today we will discuss some numericals on this chapter, dual nature of radiation and matter. So let us discuss some questions. First question: proton and alpha particles have equal momenta. They will have equal dash. That means if a proton and your alpha particle have equal momentum, then they will equal what? Option is charge, energy, speed or de Broglie wavelength. We know that proton and alpha particle have different charges, so first option is not possible. Second, energy. Energy formula is half mv square, right? Half mv square. If they have equal momenta, that means we know it is given equal momenta. We know that energy is related with the momentum. How? We know energy equal to half mv square. Energy equal to half mv square. That is equal to, if we multiply and divide m, that will become half m square v square by m. That means half p square by m. That means energy is related with the momentum. I can write it. Energy equal to p square by 2m. P square by 2m. That means p equal to 2m e root over, right? How energy is related with the momentum? E equal to p square by 2m, right? E equal to p square by 2m. If they have equal momentum, that means I can say that energy will be directly proportional to mass. The particle which have more mass, they will have less energy, and if the particle has less mass, that will have more energy. That means energy will vary with mass. We know proton and alpha particles have different mass, so energy will not be equal. So this option can be possible. Next, move to third option, speed, right? We know momentum equal to mass into velocity. For alpha particle, momentum will be p alpha equal to mass of alpha into velocity of alpha. Mass of alpha into velocity of alpha particle. Similarly, for proton, momentum will be mass of proton into velocity of proton. From given question, we know that momentum of alpha particle equal to momentum of proton. That means I can say this equal to this. As their mass are not constant, the velocity will not be equal, speed will not be equal. So third option is cancel out. We have the last option, that is de Broglie wavelength. Let us try this. We know de Broglie wavelength equal to lambda equal to h by p. As h is a constant, Planck's constant, and here given momentum for alpha particle and proton is same constant. That means h by p will be a constant. That means wavelength for alpha particle and proton will remain constant. That means the fourth option will be a correct answer. So here the answer will be option D, de Broglie wavelength. Let us move to the second question. It says that a particle of mass m at rest divided into two particles of mass m1 and m2. A particle of mass m divided, it is written wrongly, it will be divided. Okay, a particle of mass m at rest divided into two particles or split into two particles of non-zero velocity, right? The ratio of the de Broglie wavelength, the particle will be how much? I have to calculate the ratios of lambda 1 and lambda 2. Here, look, before splitting, mass was m and the particle was at rest. Suppose it is a particle having mass m. Initially its speed was 0. It splitted into two parts. Suppose I will say m1 and m2. Suppose its velocity is v1, its velocity is v2, v1 and v2. Okay, we know conservation of momentum. Conservation of momentum says momentum before incident equal to momentum after the incident. So I can say by conservation of momentum, I can say momentum before collision, matlab mass into 0. Before collision velocity was 0, so I can say m into 0 equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2, right? That means m1 v1 equal to minus m2 v2 is the relation between the momentums. So I can say p1 equal to minus p2, right? So I have to calculate the ratio of wavelength, de Broglie wavelength, right? May rub this. We know lambda 1 equal to h by p1, lambda 2 equal to h by p2. So lambda 1 by lambda 2 will be p2 by p1. That means minus p1 by p1. That means that is minus 1. Ratio will be 1. So the answer will be option 3. Next, let us move. If lambda p is the wavelength of proton and lambda is the wavelength of electron, and they are oscillated in the same potential. Potential is same. So, what is the relation? इनमें से कौन सा ऑप्शन सही रहेगा? देखिए, we know lambda equal to h by p. Again, we know in place of p I can place 2 MEV0 root over, right? 2 MEV0 root over. As both have same potential, so lambda, look, h is a constant, 2 is a constant, charge of proton and electron are same constant, V0 we have provided same potential to both, right? So lambda is depending on the mass. It is inversely proportional to the root over of mass, right? Root over of the mass. जिसका भी मास ज़्यादा होगा उसका क्या होगा, आपका वेवलेंथ उसका कम होगा. तो इस मीन प्रोटॉन एंड बिटवीन प्रोटॉन एंड इलेक्ट्रॉन हुच मास इज मोर, द मास ऑफ प्रोटॉन इज मोर, सो आई कैन से द वेवलेंथ ऑफ प्रोटॉन विल बी लेस, wavelength of proton will be less. That means wavelength of electron will be more. So answer third is a correct option. So this is the correct answer. So let's discuss the next question. Here in this question it is given work function of a metal is given this much. This means work function. When the light of frequency 6 into 10 to the power minus 14 hertz is incident on the metal, sorry, it will be plus, okay. In this question it is given, let us discuss another question. It is in this question it is given work function of the metal is given this much 2.14 electron volt when the light of frequency 6 into 10 to the power 14 Hz is incident on the metal and photoelectric emission occurs, find maximum kinetic energy. Second thing, what is the stopping potential? Last thing, maximum speed. So first we have to calculate maximum kinetic energy. So what answer? Let's try to answer it. First thing, it is given. What is given to us? It is given work function phi naught is given to us, electron volt, and next thing is given frequency. Frequency is given 6 into 10 to the power 14 Hertz. Okay, we know that kinetic energy, maximum kinetic energy equal to h nu minus phi naught. H nu minus phi naught, right? Because look, we have studied that photon energy S nu, it is divided into two parts. First, energy of photons gives some potential energy, okay, so E equal to h nu minus phi naught. Then here E equal to h, the value of h equal to 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34. Nu is given 6 into 10 to the power 14 Hertz, right? H into nu, right, minus phi naught. What is the value of phi naught? Phi naught is this much, 2.14. By calculating this, we can find out the value of energy, maximum kinetic energy. We can find out that. Okay, next part, let's move. Next part is, what is the stopping potential? Stopping potential, we know that energy equal to the stopping potential, maximum kinetic energy equal to stopping potential. So maximum kinetic energy equal to E into V naught, where E is the charge and V naught is the stopping potential. So V naught will be E by charge of electron. By substituting the values, we can calculate the value of V naught. We can calculate the value of V naught. Third question is very easy. We have calculated the maximum kinetic energy. We have calculated the value of E. Here we know half mv square equal to E, right? Half mv square equal to E. So V square will be, V square max will be 2E by m. That means V max will be under root 2E by m. E value we have calculated. M is the mass of electron, because electrons are ejected. Substituting that value, we can calculate the V max, velocity of electron, maximum speed in which electrons are ejected. We can calculate that. So substituting this value, we can calculate V max here. So thank you for today's class. Let us try another problem. Here in the problem, it is given an electron is accelerated through a potential difference of 100 volt, right? What is the de Broglie wavelength associated with it? That means here it is given an electron is there and potential difference is given 100 volt. So we have to calculate what? De Broglie wavelength. We know the de Broglie wavelength lambda equal to h by p, and again we know the p formula. P, in place of P, we can substitute the value under root 2 me V naught, where m is the mass, E is the charge and V is the potential. Where here in the question it is given electron, so in place of m we can substitute the mass of electron. In place of E we can substitute the value of charge of electron. In place of V naught it is given 100 volt. So let us put these values. lambda equal to h. H means 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34 divided by p. In place of p we can say root over 2 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 into e. E means 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. V naught is given 100. Okay, 1.227 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. That means 1.227 Armstrong. So wavelength, de Broglie wavelength for this electron is this much. In this way we can solve the problems.